All right, guys, we're streaming on YouTube now. What is going on? What is going on, everybody? We are live on YouTube. Good to see you guys in the house. Do you live off your investments right now, or is this a side hustle? Right now, it is still a side hustle. I do photography and video as well, so just came up on mine. That's awesome. I have a small digitizer, click leads local. Your YouTube is down, I think. Let's take a look. Donna says hello. Let's see. Concurrent viewers, we have 6 already. Making bank off 10x leverage. That's awesome, my guy. Good to see. Adonis says hello. Your YouTube's down. I don't think it is anymore. Cool. Mr. Swag said hi. Good to see you guys in the house. So let's talk today, guys. Let's talk. So today, boom. All right, here we are. So today, guys, let's talk about what's your views on domain names. I bought .crypto one. That's super interesting. I haven't really thought about that. Could be more valuable as we go on. Yeah, I think .crypto might be interesting. Either way, though, guys, how are you today? I want to talk to you guys about a move that we made last night. Let's go over to Ethereum right now, though. Back down at 1770. But as you guys can see, we have the old blood diamond here with the X, which means huge shorting opportunity, which turns out we got destroyed here. Looks like they think we hit this bottom here. We're back. Looks like we're right back at that bottom that MarketCipher thought that we hit. And so far we've been battling really hard at this 770 line. Hopefully we can find our way back to the upside. VeChain will skyrocket now. Absolutely vet. So last night, guys, looking at, not against, let's do against, let's just do Binance. P. Diddy, what's up? Michael, what's up? Smoke, what's up? Last night I was looking at the charts, and there was this wick that I really liked yesterday. Maybe it was on the 1 hour chart. Maybe the 4 hour chart will show it better. Oh yeah, this little sequence here. Nope, I lied. Where is it? Maybe it was this sequence right here. Man, either way, there was a battle. I don't forgot what chart I was looking at, but there was a battle. I showed it in our Discord group. If you guys haven't joined the Discord group, you guys can join the Discord group. But there was a battle at around 6.7 cents, and we saw this dip go all the way down back to about 6.5, and the bulls literally fought back right back to that position, and we started to see that climb up. And right at around 0.69-ish here, we saw that really bullish action from VeChain. And at about 8 o'clock last night, I went into Discord and onto Telegram. Hello, Fuzzy Bear. And I went right in, and I was, I just told everybody that it was that, I'm going to trade for the second half of Ethereum for VeChain. And that turned into, 11 or 12% increase against this hedge on what Ethereum has been, excuse me, on what Ethereum has been doing. So far an awesome trade for us. I believe it touched, all the way up here. It touched 8 cents, I think, almost on the dot. Yep, 8 cents. And yeah, 0.086 actually is the biggest it's touched in this range so far. So that's crazy. And it's good news for us. So yeah, I think we got into VeChain right at the right time. All crypto will dip a bit more than by the weekend, and then into the next weekend another bull run. Jimmy, I'm thinking that you're onto something there. What's up? Good to see you. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. We we really think that VET's going to blow up in terms of people getting their stimulus checks. We've seen several. I've been watching on TikTok and YouTube and other places, and just studying and looking at comments and seeing where other people want to put their money. That is exactly, and that's exactly what we saw, was a lot of ADA and a lot of VET, and we're now set both in those. We got into Phantom as well a few days ago. Phantom is down just a bit still. I think they're still dealing with all of that Binance Smart Chain and Binance investigation audit deal that's going on with them. We could take a look at that really quick, actually. Over concerns that U.S. traders illegally utilize the platform. So, I mean, they're under a bunch of scrutiny. And I think that is just a big thank you, RGM, for following, by the way, on TikTok. But there's investigations over legal utilized platform, utilizing the platform. I think that's a lot of people just, or a lot of the big dogs in the, what do you call it? The people who are looking over everything like this, the SEC and all of that, are just kind of showing their strength, kind of posturing their strength on Binance, because Binance made Binance.us for this particular situation. But I think they're getting a little bit concerned with how big and everything's growing. So sometimes they just have to throw a wrench in things. And that's kind of where that happened. Because if you guys look, I love Phantom, I do too. Opinion please on gas. I could take a look at that in a little bit here. But I want to show you guys the Binance Smart Chain. For the most part, guys, there's a lot of red numbers. A lot of red numbers, even over the past 24 hours in the Binance Smart Chain. Some really small projects that are going off. But, I mean, Frontier is a great project at 288. Man. That was what I was talking about yesterday. I see Frontier at the minimum, I see Frontier at $30 simply because of how adaptable, how mobile Frontier is. Do you think we will still going to see a big dip this month? I don't know. This little stretch is lasting a little bit longer than I expected. Even, I mean, I expected the dip, but I expected the dip to be yesterday and a little more recovery today, and I expected this week to be big. Maybe it's going to stretch out an extra week. So maybe the end of March, we do have a big end of March, especially with all the stimulus, and maybe it's early April that dips. But the dip appears to be moving the big dip appears to be moving just a little bit farther along than I'm thinking, unless we have a huge 72 hours, then we'd probably be on pace for a correction towards the end. But right now, if this is going to take 3 to 5 days to recover, and then we're going to start seeing big explosions, it might be the end of March that we see the dip into early April. That's just my thoughts so far. Super early thoughts. Don't take them as law yet. But Frontier at 288 is a steal, I believe. Told you 72 hours dip. Yep. Yes, sir. So let's go back to talking about the Binance Smart Chain, guys. Just a lot of, with all that fun, there's just a lot of dipping, and that's the same thing for the graph. That's why the graph has been quiet. Our goal for the graph is going to pump. And when everything starts to recover again, the graph is going to pump. Phantom's going to have a nice pump. And I know with the stimulus checks, VET is going to explode even more than it is already. So I think we're in really good positions. I also think Cardano is going to have a nice big explosion as well. Like I said, I think we have our bags packed with some really, really good projects. We just have to wait for the process to come. We just have to have diamond hands and be patient. Don't overtrade. And that's what a lot of people are going to do right now. They're going to start overtrading, and they're going to start getting in on tops because they're bored right now. A lot of people are bored waiting for Ethereum to explode and Bitcoin to come back from 60 to get into 65. Meanwhile, people are looking at the NFTs here, and they're like, oh my gosh, Chili's is up again, and Engine's still up again. And actually, I meant to hit the 24 hours on that. And Decentraland's up, and all these projects are up, and they're going to start what you would say FOMOing in at the top, and it's going to hurt you because of your impatience. I think dollar cost averaging into good projects that are down right now is the best strategy that you guys could have. I mean, the Graph's a really good project that's down. Like I said, Frontier is a fairly low cap gem, still at 100 million. Mark my words, huge dip will happen first week of April. Yeah, I mean, I definitely could see that. That was originally what I was thinking. The last week, middle of last week of March into the beginning of April is when the dip will happen. But somehow we're going to have to see this pump come. This pump's got to come somewhere, and I don't know where it's going to come. Like, I don't know if it's going to take us in, because like I said, right now, this little transition is taking a little bit longer than I expected. So like I said, I mean, we can't have a dip. I mean, Jimmy, we're not going to have a dip here into March, and then dip into April. We're not going to have this long stretch of dip. There's going to have to be a 72 to 84 hour pump here somewhere. Do you have a stop limit on your VET? I don't. I do not have a stop limit on VET right this second. I don't like stop losses. A lot of times I feel like you get burnt. You get pulled out of your position, and then you just see a boom. And that's exactly what manipulation with Ethereum and Bitcoin, which you see happen a lot, will happen this weekend. It certainly could. We just haven't seen big weekends for the last 3 months. So that's what's tough. A lot of stuff's been happening during the week. We've had a lot of red days on the weekends. So I mean, that's what's throwing me off. Unless we do have, like you said, that pump on the weekend, I think that would be different. I think that would be odd, but it certainly still could happen. Because I mean, as you guys could see, that pump that happened from Friday into Saturday, the whales didn't like what happened over the weekend, so they pulled everything back. Putting 50K in ETH on Wednesday, awesome. Putting 50K in ETH at any time, I think, is a good strategy outside the peak. But other than that, yeah, that's a good strategy, Jimmy. I like it. Awesome, guys. Make sure you guys are smashing the like button. Making bank off 10x leverage on VET. That's awesome. What is going on with Bitcoin? Engines pumping. What's up, all? Good to see you guys. Matt Polis, what's up? What's your total quantity of VET? We have 13,100 VET. Are you streaming on multiple platforms? Yes, we're streaming on TikTok as well as YouTube. So sweet, guys. Good to see you guys there as well. Like we said, right now we're in Phantom. We are in VET. We are in the Graph, and we're in Cardano. Those four right now. I want to get into one, but I don't want to FOMO in. Absolutely. I think you should just dollar cost average into one, Mr. Swag. It's a pretty solid project. I think Cryptos RS last night had a stream about it, and it's a pretty solid project. They compare it a lot to like Solana. Solana's a good comparison, and Solana's a 4 billion market cap right now, and I think one is maybe I don't know what it is, maybe 100 or something like that. So Nazi says, how you doing? I said, I'm doing good, my guy. What's up, Hegan, Aba, Robbie, User, Richard, Lil, Steve, Toad? Good to see you guys. No views on Alice. It's up 24,000%. Yeah, I'd like to take a look at it. Heard a lot of people talking about Alice as well. Some people got out of Alice. Man, they don't even have any. The charts are all kind of messed up. There we go. Wow, that is quite the pump. I don't even know. My neighbor Al is a multiplayer builder game. Yep, build and buy your own virtual islands, collect and build exciting items, and meet new friends. So this is playing on the esports NFT space, Pancake Swap, and a lot of that. Speaking of Pancake Swap, guys, I actually saw a tweet. You're increasing position in ADA. In my personal portfolio, yes, we're going to be increasing a little more, especially where it is. I think a good buying is just under $1 to like $1.07 is a really good buying spot. So you put on Chainlink, it hasn't been doing much. Yep, I hold Chainlink, Richard. I just hold it. I made $3,000 with Alice Adonis today. That's freaking awesome. That is awesome as well. But Pancake Swap, I think they tweeted. Your funds are only at risk if you enter your private key or seed phrase into the hijacked site. Regaining access is only a matter of time. Our main priority is keeping inexperienced users safe. Do not go on the site for now. So guys, don't go on Pancake Swap. Do not go on Pancake Swap. This is now confirmed. Do not go on Pancake Swap until we've confirmed It's all clear. Never ever put your seed phrases or private keys on the website. We're working on recovery now. Sorry for the trouble. So things like this, are some of the news like this are the reasons that Frontier is down so far, and the Binance Smart Chain just getting attacked right now. So that's what we're looking at with that news, guys. So let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin is going to be steering the ship for us down here at 56.2. Earlier we were down here at that, I think, earlier this morning, 3 a.m. I think we dipped down to 54.4. Actually, that was exactly where Rico was on yesterday. That's exactly where Rico said it was going to go down to. He must have had to liquidate some people and get that out of the way. This is the 4-hour chart, some one. Here's the 1-hour chart, a little bit of recovery, but still down here at 56. They think that we hit that bottom right there at 54. A lot of people, I think, put some long positions down here at 54. We'll see where that takes us as well. However, nothing that I see seems bearish by any means. I've been holding key since last week. You think it's got any more pump in it? I'm personally thinking zero. Yeah, like I said, hard to say. It's definitely hard to say. I mean, if you made some profits, maybe it's better to just take your probably just better to take your profits and maybe move to, maybe get in low on a good project. Like I said, I think Frontier's gonna as soon as all this FUD's over, gonna come back and bust through the doors. That's just my opinion. We're at 1771 on Ethereum. God, it's a nasty drop. It's a nasty short. But still, that's the 1770 is really holding strong, and that 1730 is also holding strong down here as well. So if we dip back down, probably hold that 1730 line. But like I said, the technicals on it on TradingView say to buy. It's on the buy to strong buy. It's starting to look like a really strong, starting to get down to that strong buy, which is super interesting. I like the little technicals piece on TradingView now. That's an awesome update. Are you familiar with APY? And can you touch on its recent drop? I'm actually not familiar with APY and their recent drop. Let's take a look though. Good old APY Finance. Do you know or have you made any videos on chart reading, MarketCipher or others for beginners? I know I certainly could do that. Is that one of the content things that you guys want to use? Like I said, I use MarketCipher. I really like MarketCipher for good entry points on leverage trades as well as swing trading. It's helped a lot. Let's see. I'm trying to see if they're Binance Smart Chain listed Cream and Finance DeFi protocols false break a DNS hack. Looks like they got access back to their DNM. We just talked about that, but I don't see any news for APY Finance. Like I said, ranked number 553 at $38 million market cap. February 14th had the huge pump, but it's been down ever since. I could look at the charts and see what's the ticker. It's probably APY. APY with wrapped ether. Let's look at the 4-hour chart, see if we have any. Yeah, a lot of dips here. That is a humongous dip. Looks they think some whale manipulation here on MarketCipher, which I could certainly see. That is a humongous dip. They think that they hit the bottom though. MarketCipher thinks that there's a bottom here at 0.007. Now back up to 0.008. But hard to tell. A lot of red, obviously, as you can see, even on the 4-hour chart. Very still bearish in the 1 day or in the 4-hour chart. Here's the 1-day chart. Like I said, looking at the bottom here, if you were going to get an APY Finance, might not be a solid, maybe a solid place for you guys to get in there. Let's look at Frontier, because I want to look at Frontier, maybe something that we can get into with this big of a dip at 288. because as you guys can see, after a bunch of whale manipulation, aka probably dumping off because of the FUD in the 4-hour chart, we've had it blasted back again all the way up to almost $4.50. Now back down into this 280, into this 288 spot. On the looks like we're a little. This shows we're a little overbought here, and on the way down, we might dip back down here again before we come back on the way up. Might be a good time to get into, to get some frontier to pump coming weeks, I think. Awesome. Cool. So where are we at, guys? Where are we? It's all based on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's going to have a good week, I think Phantom will recover, as well as with some of this, like I said, some of this FUD with the Binance Smart Chain. If that ends up clearing up and we get Pancake Swap back on and Cream Finance, if we get those back on track, I think we're going to start heading up in the right direction, guys. 16, 17 viewers on YouTube. Make sure you guys are smashing that like button. How much will Crow grow? I could see Crow getting to $1 at the end here. How are you? What's your opinion on Harmony One? I really, really am liking Harmony One. Like I said, I watched a good video. I didn't know much about Harmony One personally prior to the week, but like I said, for the past week, we've been talking about possibly getting into it. Instead of one, I picked Phantom. Turns out, I wish I would have picked one at least during this time. However, I think Phantom's got a humongous upside as well. So, like I said, this is just that's more of a long-term play. Thank you guys for smashing the like button, by the way. But I think it has a lot more long-term upside. So I like Frontier, guys. I obviously still like Phantom. I think VET's going to explode. Those are 3 projects I'm really liking. Harmony, I do like as well. With what I saw with Harmony in terms of what it's doing, like I said, it's a lot like Solana. And if you compare, let's take a look at Solana. Solana's got a $3.7 billion market cap. Like I said, that's the best. That is the best translation. Like that's kind of what it's like with Cream. See, you guys see Solana Cream Finance. It's an open source project, permissionless nature to provide decentralized DeFi. And we can go over to one. I would suggest highly not to FOMO in, as it's hitting its top. However, if you dollar cost average in and don't drop a bunch of money in at a time, I think dollar cost averaging into Harmony is going to be a good idea. As you can see, Pancake Swap. These are some of the trending tokens, Cream Finance and Pancake, simply because of the news. I like to look at that, by the way. But as you guys can see, similar to what Solana could do, and this is only an $800 million market cap. So you're looking at a 5x just to get to where Solana is. I mean, so you could see this thing, at 40 or 50 cents, getting into that $4 billion market. Do you use MarketCipher, Tom Edwards official? Yes, I do. Nutrition Motivation VET. Yep, we're in VET. Like I said, we traded Ethereum for VET. And I will go back to VET so you guys can see what's going on there. We got in right at 7 cents, I think just over 7.08 maybe. So just over 7 cents last night. Right now we're at 0.76, about 15% up for the day. It's been battling back and forth, but we've had this is the 4, 8, 12, 16. So we've had 24 hours of, at least on the 4-hour charts, seeing positive wicks. So, I think we're moving to the right side. As you guys can see, very similar patterns, but still trending upwards. I think the blow off top moment will be when stimulus checks hit people's bank accounts, and then we will see there. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Paint? Take a look at Paint quick for you guys as well. I actually haven't heard of it, so ranked 2003-67, young project, not a ton of volume, obviously. It's a digital collaborative mural that anyone, anywhere can draw on without restrictions. Super interesting. I've never heard of it. I don't know much use case or what the use case is, honestly, for it. Can definitely keep my eye on it. I have nothing. When Coinbase goes public, is that something you would jump at? Of course. If I'm buying stocks, that's what I'd be buying stocks in the crypto VET. What is the actual ticker? That's VET. Yep. That's the actual ticker. The actual name is called VeChain, VE chain. So if you guys want to look at VeChain, you can look at that. So that's what it's called, VET. You guys can see it right there. So that's what we are looking at for today. Like I said, guys, we are going to be looking at Frontier. I'm going to be keeping my eye on Frontier, as well as maybe getting, just pretty much we're outside of Frontier, looking at Frontier. We're pretty much just going to be waiting, guys. We're going to be playing the waiting game. Oh, this is my old chat, so I'll just go over here like this. There we go. Perfect, guys. Bethany William engine, we love it. How much will Crow? How long do you think the market will be going down? Not for too much. Like, where do you think the time frame on VeChain is? I missed the trade last night. Would you move ETH over to VeChain at this point, or wait for ETH to go back up? Right now at 7.6, we could actually take a look, John. We could take a look. I know it stinks trading VET. It stinks trading an asset from down upward. However, we could look at the immediate short term here. Let's look at the 15-minute chart and see if we can find a decent place to get an entry point. Seems to be a little something strong here. Let's go to the 30. I mean, hopefully we're turning resistance now into support here. Which it looks like we did here with that dip down here at 7.4. But yes, 0.74 might be as far as this thing dips, unless Bitcoin goes down. But that means if Bitcoin goes down, Ethereum will likely go down as well. So it's just trying to find that happy medium. Overall, I think the gains on VeChain are going to be bigger than Ethereum. Like I said, I think the upside for Ethereum right now is about 25%, maybe 30%. But I think the top could blow off of VeChain with, like I said, with the stimulus check and the much smaller market cap. So I think either way, packing your bags for VeChain is not going to be a bad idea, because if we get into a real altcoin season when Bitcoin hits 65, 70, 75, whatever it's going to hit up in that area, once we see some profits being taken, it's going to go down. I think a lot of people are going to certainly jump on VeChain. I think VeChain is going to have an H-bar-like movement. So that's what we're looking at. So guys, like I said, make sure you guys stay tuned today. I'm going to be airing at 2 o'clock the reaction video of the part 2 of Michael Saylor and Bitcoin, because I think it's a really interesting. I don't understand VeChain. I'm questioning myself about this project. Well, let's take a look at let's take a look for those who don't know what the technicals of VeChain are. Grace, what's up? Gracie, Jack, Nick, KV, Boy, Travis, James, Jeff, SOS, I'm nice today. Awesome. Bitcoin went from 62 to 55. Dave, what's up? Matthew, good to see you guys. It's blockchain powered supply chain. So I mean, they have a ton of awesome partnerships. VeChain is the product creator, co-founder, executive, who was formerly the CIO of Louis Vuitton China. Like I said, there's a lot of corporate. This is a very corporate blockchain. Exists to disrupt traditional supply chain models in industry which before blockchain had remained very little changes over the decades. So I think it's just a really easy concept to upgrade the supply chain models with blockchain technology. And for example, like just keeping data organized. Yo, good stuff, brother. Hi, Dave. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Just keeping stuff organized with VeChain. For example, medical records, or Walmart and all of that, or even like with medical, even what's going on with the pandy right now. I'm going to say that because I don't want any strikes or anything like that. But with what's going on, what I mean, just being able to track all of that data on the blockchain is going to make VeChain is going to make the supply chain industry so much more, organized, user friendly, and they're going to be able to look at past transactions a lot more cleanly. And I think that's why people are super huge. And VeChain really doesn't have, it's pretty solidified as the big dog in that area. And if you can be the big dog in that area, for example, Bitcoin being the big dog in the store of value, I mean, nothing's going to really challenge it. I mean, it's got probably 97% of the store of value market. If VeChain is the supply chain, I mean, and that really hammers home. There's a lot of upside to something that could dominate the market, because VeChain, I mean, I think I heard rumors that they might get into NFTs and all of that, but if they're trying to really stick to their guns and stick to what they're doing, if they dominate the market of, the supply chain, VeChain could have an endless top. So that's the VeChain rant for the day, guys. Like I said, make sure I'm not missing. What's your opinion on NPXS? Not sure what that is yet, Aaron. I'll have to take a look at it. It's been more than 2 years. VeChain keep promising. I think they will never be on top. Yeah, I mean, like I said, they're slowly making partnerships, and I think as they continue to keep making partnerships, they'll keep moving in the right direction. But I mean, VeChain is as useful and user friendly to the real world as anything is going to be implemented. In my opinion, it's going to be implemented. As it gets implemented, I think it'll be more. The use case will be more and more useful as they see fit. So, like I said, you still hold the graph on the challenge. Yep, we're still holding the graph. Kind of got it at a tough spot. It is what it is, but I think we're going to keep moving. The graph will keep moving in the right direction as Binance Smart Chain gets everything figured out, guys. Make sure I'm going to go ahead and at 2 o'clock, I'm going to premiere the reaction video, Michael Saylor, BitBoy. You guys need to watch that. The reason why you guys need to watch that is because you need to see the perspective of BitBoy. You need to see the perspective of a retail crypto player versus a big traditional player. And as awesome as BitBoy is, he is a toddler compared to Godzilla when you're talking about the Michael Saylors and the Teslas and the Apples and the Googles of the world. And that's not a knock against BitBoy. However, you're talking to somebody who has almost 100,000 Bitcoin. If a retailer has 15 to 30 Bitcoin, you're a monster. If you have 100 Bitcoin, you're getting to be a baby whale. He is associated with almost 100,000 Bitcoin, just a whole new level. And when you're trying to understand what's going on in the traditional market and what these big players are thinking who have a bunch of liquid money, that's where you're going to see trends go. Like he said, for example, we talk about the bear market, but Michael Saylor saying there might not be a bear market because we're not selling. And if he tells everybody, all the big whales, that he's not selling, that we're going to keep moving in this direction, you would be foolish to sell, because that means you're going to trade your position and somebody else is going to take your position and quote unquote play the game, play the way of the whale. If you don't play the way of the whale, if you don't play the way that the big players are playing, you're going to be a part of history on the bad end. So if you see, if you have a 300K Bitcoin and at the end of September, October, you sell it just because that's what's supposed to happen. That's what the model has been saying. That's what the Bitcoin halving is telling you, instead of actually looking at what's going on. For example, what he said in the first interview was that when Godzilla comes to the playground, it's a whole new dynamic. And he's speaking of him and Grayscale and Tesla, et cetera, being Godzilla. So when they're on the playground, it throws all of your models off. And I definitely could see that. And I'm starting to believe more and more that there's a super cycle. I'm not going to bank on that. I'm actually going to bank on that there's going to be a bear market. And if there is a Bitcoin super cycle, we're just going to be profitable for way longer. So it's kind of a win-win situation for us if we plan for the worst and hope for the best. But in part 2, guys, they talk about scarcity. And they also talk about Ethereum use case. I'm going to preface it here, guys. They say, Michael Saylor says that there really isn't a use for Ethereum or ETH or Cardano at this moment because trading derivatives in centralized exchanges are fitting the bill. It's doing what we wanted. It's doing and accomplishing what we wanted to accomplish already. BitBoy gets a little defensive because obviously he loves Ethereum, and actually I love Ethereum too. I'm not mad at him for it. And then they talk about scarcity. And BitBoy says there's only 21 million Bitcoin, and there's so many big players that want to buy it. And Michael Saylor has a completely different view about scarcity and what scarcity actually means. Scarcity doesn't mean that there's 21 million. I mean, it helps with the supply and demand because there's only 21 million Bitcoin, but that's just the supply. He's going to show us all and teach us all a little bit more about demand, especially being a CEO of a big time company who bought a ton of Bitcoin. So guys, there you have it. Make sure you guys check that out at 2 o'clock here Central Time, 3 o'clock Eastern. And we're going to go ahead and chop this one off here. Like I said, my trades for the next 24 hours, nothing at this point. I'm going to probably buy a little bit of Frontier in my personal holdings because I think Frontier dipped low enough. And I think the Binance Smart Chain has probably seen a big enough dip to before they come to the upside. I think as everything starts to recover, I think we're going to get a nice pump in the recovery. So I'm going to dollar cost average my way into Frontier. That's what I'm looking at. But maybe for the competition as well, depending on what happens here in the next few days, we might use Frontier to get in as well. Like I said, I'm also keeping my eyes on NFTs and the NFT space, trying to find a couple good lower cap NFT projects. And maybe get in there because it seems to be very, very profitable. So we got 19 viewers here, 18 viewers. Make sure you guys are smashing the like button. We only have 9 likes, but let's double that right this second. Shall I invest in VeChain or Chills? I'm not sure. Chills has had huge pumps already, but like I said, Engine had huge pumps, and Engine still doesn't have a top. That's what's incredible. You certainly could dollar cost average into Chills, but if I have $1,000 and I'm going to put it into one thing right this second, I would probably be more comfortable in VeChain as opposed to Chills. That's just me. I think I would dollar cost average into Chili's, and I would if I had $1,000 straight, I'd probably put it into VeChain. That's just my thoughts right now. Still love ADA, Ifrahim. I like ADA still. It's just you have to be patient with ADA. Just be patient. It will have its boom again. But it's been up over 4,000% in the past 365 days. So I mean, you can't expect any more out of ADA at this moment. I mean, it's gone up incredibly. So if you got it early, you obviously profited a lot. So be patient with Cardano. It's going to have another pump. Be patient with Chainlink. Chainlink will have another explosion. Chainlink is known for that, to being quiet. Litecoin's going to explode, I believe, as well. Just be patient. Bitcoin and Ethereum need to figure their stuff out. And once they figure their stuff out, we'll be just fine. And all of our picks, especially in this challenge, will be moving in the right direction. Got into Cardano at 10p. Awesome, man. Good for you. So until next time, guys, I will talk to you soon. Check out the 2 o'clock video. I appreciate everybody joining us as well. Make sure you guys smash the like button. If you guys want to join a Discord group, join our Discord group. It's completely free. We don't sell anything there. Completely free. I don't like XLM right now. I don't like XRP right now. I would leave that spot alone for now. Until next time, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Peace.